Hi, my name's Kaytlin and I'm making a short film about my upstairs neighbours, Delilah and Karen, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So come with me as I journey through the process of learning how to make a documentary-style film, thinking about different themes, narrative styles, and leaving space for the stories to reveal themselves. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but I think it's going to be fun, so you should come along. So, first things first, how do I make a documentary? What equipment do I use? What angles do I shoot from? If I'm behind the camera, do you hear my voice? Am I involved as a character in this story? What is the story? These are all questions that I genuinely have as a beginner, and my answer to that right now in this moment is turning to YouTube and seeing what people are doing. So what I will say about my first impressions of looking on YouTube to find how-tos and different documentary filmmakers is that the top searches are a lot of white men, and they're really great and helpful videos, a lot of technical details, which is really helpful. But I think for me, I want to find more diverse voices and different ways of seeing the world and looking through different lenses as I begin this work, as I start to frame out how I want to develop what I'm doing. And I found a documentary filmmaker coming out of the UK, Emily Stoker, I believe is her name. And straight off the bat, she was interviewing her peers and different documentary makers who are already linking you to different websites and communities to connect to. And someone recommended the Video Consortium, which is a global network of nonfiction video creators. And there's actually an event in the Bay Area next week, which I'll go to and document and watch a few different short films and have a Q&A with the makers. So that was a really great and helpful tip. So I've opened this video with a lot of questions, but you might also have some questions of your own, like why am I making a documentary film about my upstairs neighbours, who are also my landlords, by the way, which is better than it sounds. But for me, it's a pretty simple answer. They're an amazing older queer couple. They're at the center of this thriving community of musicians and artists and activists. And simply put, they just have a really beautiful and long-lasting love story, which I think is important to document for, the queer community, for young people, and just for visibility in general. So I've lived below them for 3 years, and I've heard their laughs and their music and their toe tapping traveling through the floorboards for those 3 years. And boy, are they party animals, but they just have a plethora of really beautiful stories and community that I think the world needs to see. So whether or not I have the right equipment is to be seen. I have a camera, so I have a microphone. So I think I'm going to try my best to try and capture their joy and their heart and their love, and we'll see what happens. So I'll leave it there, and as I go on documenting this process, I'll reveal a bit more about who I am, who they are, where we are. Well, we're in San Francisco, in the United States, and what's happening in this time, which is quite turbulent. It is Sunday, the 23rd of November, 2025. So all of this is happening in the context of 2025 and a very turbulent year politically and a very hard year for our communities. So those are also things that I'll go into as this series goes on. So I hope you'll join me. Thanks for watching.